For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Outdoors with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you guys a bit of a review video on a very much loved driveway awning from Kampa. So this here is the Kampa Dometic Cross Air. So the Cross Air comes in two main different models. They do the normal model, which we've actually known to love in the past few years with the Kampa Cross. Then you've also got the new model they introduced for 2020, which is the T/G, stands for tailgater. So with me now I've got the tailgater, but there's actually all the features are exactly the same. It's just really where you want to fit it, whether you want to fit it on the side of the van or on the back of the van. The tailgate is only designed for a VW van, so it will only fit from about 180 to 210, whereas the normal version of the Cross Air will go for VW sizes, so that's 180 to 210 again, 205 to 235, or 230 all the way up to about 290. So yeah, again, you've got quite a range there. It's got essentially two inflatable parts, so you've got two beams that cross over, so you've got a basically inflation valve for both of those, one on that side and one on that side. It's made out of Kampa's Pro fabric, so really nice sort of strong fabric, something they ran with in their driveway range for quite a number of years, and same kind of fabric they run with in their tents as well, so it's been very much, you know, put through its paces to make sure it's just right. A really nice aluminium sort of brow pole on the front here allows you to sort of enter through the front door without having to worry about necessarily any water coming in. Just gives that extra layer of shelter as such. You've got a nice clip-out ground sheet in the main body area, so you have the flexibility to remove it or open up as you want it to. One thing I will say as well is the two side panels can be zipped and removed, so it feels very much like a gazebo for your vehicle. The other obviously unique point about this is actually you can add an annex on either side if you really wanted to as well, so you can accommodate extra guests without taking up the main living area. What I've got here is, like I said, is the tailgater, but the tunnel is basically a little bit shorter. So on the normal Cross Air, you'll have the tunnel about 90 centimeters, whereas certainly is a lot deeper with the tailgater, really to allow either your tailgate to come up, or you can actually, to be fair, depending on the height, is actually open it. If you've got barn doors, it will also accommodate that quite happily as well, so it's very flexible. With attachments, the tailgater itself doesn't have any cater, so you are just going over the top of the van. Now you get some extra long straps included with that particular model to either take it right over the front of the van and actually hook it onto the sort of chassis or the tyre ridge. So you've got those, or their clips there, really nice and strong plastic. And yet again, you've got an adjustable strap on here to alter the width, as well as a cord. By not having a cater on the actual sort of the tailgater version, it allows you more flexibility to get around the arc. When you've got that solid bit of beading, it stops the flexibility at all, so that's where it really makes a difference. With the normal Cross Air, you've got that cater. You've also got a pole and clamp system where you can actually put it into a gutter rail, or just, again, guy yoke points located on the end, no different to any other driveway awning. So you can just fling that over the top, guy it on the other side of your van, and just pull that material up too, and then peg it nice and neatly down the side. Alternatively, obviously with all the models, when you roll it away, you've got little toggle points located just here, just to make it sort of a little pod on its own right. But as you can see, beautiful crystal clear PVC windows, and the flexibility to remove the panels, I think, is something that makes it stand out from other sort of awnings on the market as well. You've got a nice easy pegging system, so you've got literally two blue tabs on each side, peg the main body out to get it nice and square. Then a gyro system which allows you to peg the base and the gyro at the same point. So there's quite unique features specifically designed for the Cross, but let's have a look on the inside and talk for a few more sort of bits and bobs that this model has. So now in the Cross Air, you can kind of get a bit more idea for sort of the space you've got inside of here. And you know, it's quite an ample room, bear in mind it's a nice square little unit. Because then you can see a bit better probably that little brow canopy, and also a really nice bit of mesh located on there to help with circulation, sort of certainly help fight condensation in here. Generally, like I said, you've got a really nice carpet that matches, and also a footprint you can buy for this model just to make it a bit more homely and a bit more comfortable. One thing you can't really do is sort of sleep anywhere inside the main body. That's when you have to invest in the annexes to go on the side. Both the windows on the front and so on the side and the front itself, you've got zip-up curtains, so you can actually get the sort of maximum amount of flexibility. So you've got zip-up curtains like so, and it sort of arcs around quite nice and neatly. but then you can sort of do it halfway up if you wanted to. And because there's also 2 zips on the actual side panels itself, you can create a little veranda. So you can zip that down, pull that down like so, and then you have a little bit of airflow coming through the model itself. So it's got, you know, the ultimate amount of sort of flexibility. And then you're going to sort of like oversized zips on those panels as well to sort of take a lot of wear and tear. Generally, you can use Kampa's Flexi Saber light system to allow additional lighting, which velcros on to here, and it just allows to go up along the ridge, along the top, and down the other side, give you a bit more, you know, a bit more internal lighting inside of here without having to take up too much space. And you can add, basically, you'd have to add an add-on and a starter kit to do the complete beam section itself, which works quite nicely. The door into the back section, what's quite nice is the fact that it all toggles down, so there's no actual lip in and out of the awning itself. As you can see from the front, it moves smoothly through straight into the other side, but you've got the benefit that actually it sort of flips up and toggles up. That way it just gives that kind of bathtub feel, but you know, the options do either way. And it's the same with both the sides as well, so in theory you could, like I said, have it front panel roll to the side like we have already, remove the left and the right, have it all flat down in on a nice day, take the ground sheet out, even not, and it is like almost like a gazebo attached to the van itself. On the so the normal Cross, the non-tailgate version, there is also a door in the connection piece which allow you to enter through there and into the main body without going through the awning every time. So you don't have to go through the awning every time you want to get into the van, which is a quite little thing. And that little bit of area just gives you a bit more of a rain-safe protection, so you don't have to worry about you know, water coming in. That's kind of your shelter-proof section. You don't really get that same door with a tailgate because you need that extra room for it to flip up with, and you're not most likely going to be nipping out inside out of the boot or where your cooking unit is, so that's one thing to be aware of. But we'll take the camera up in a second and just have a quick little look around just to get a bit more of a feeling of the Cross Air itself. So yeah, so you got the brow canopy there with the mesh vent on the underside of it as well. And moving when in here, you can see it's quite spacious, but the sheer depth you got in that tunnel section works really quite nicely. And again, above there, you've also got a vent leading into that section as well, so you don't have to worry about that. But like I said, no lip on the inside, so you can walk seamlessly through each section. And then you've got toggle points as well, just to pull the tunnel attachment back when you need to as well. There's your zip curtain, as I was just showing a minute ago, and then that's the lighting system, so it runs along the beam. At the top, you have got a little bit of a kind of a cross section point there, but really, in the lights, then you can add on additional lights, and it goes down the other side to make it quite nice and roomy. But something a bit different, something that I think is done quite well for the season just gone. I think going forward, it's especially the tailgate version, I think it's a nice addition to the range and something that, you know, just quick, easy to put up, and also again just something a bit more versatile. So that's kind of our Attwoolls Outdoor review on the Kampa Dometic Cross Air and the sort of tailgate version T/G. Check on the link below for a website for more information about the product, and if you have any questions, do feel free to ask us. But thanks for watching, and hope to see you again soon.